Well, good morning, YouTube. See how the engine project is faring. We ran into a little bit of a problem as I was extracting the last engine sleeve. The threads on the puller started stripping, which means I couldn't tighten it down anymore to get it out. And seeing how it was partly way out, I thought to myself, hey, why don't I just get a little hammer and just give it a little whack on the bottom and it'll help drive that thing out. So in my foolishness, that's what I did, and the result was, I don't know if you can see that, we have a fracture. Engine block is cracked. And unfortunately, when I did that, it cracked it all the way through all three. Didn't realize how brittle it was. So, with much thought, I've thought about different things of how to deal with this. Now, those sleeves, they fit in the new sleeves. They'll fit right in there. So, these cracks are not going to affect inside the combustion chamber at all. But because this is a wet sleeve and water does flow around this thing, the problem I'm facing here is the possibility of this crack of water being able to seep through this crack. Now, there's going to be a head gasket on the top of this, which made me think, hey, you know, maybe water won't escape because there will be a head gasket pressing against that. And I talked to somebody that I know who's a mechanic, who we talked it through, and we thought maybe if we warmed this area up and tried to apply some JB weld in through here, maybe it would help it. But after looking at a lot of different reviews on JB weld, while JB weld seems to work in a lot of applications, it seems to, when it's in connection with antifreeze or water, it seems to compromise the JB weld in not every single situation, but so it's like, in my mind, it's like 50-50 if JB is gonna work or not. And I've already put the effort of, you know, getting all the parts and everything to rebuild this. And my other option is either JB weld, or the other option is I can take it down to a machinist who says that he may look at it and can decide whether, if this is something that can be fixed, whether with a weld and then with some machining. So I have two options: either try to fix it with JB weld myself in some sort of fashion. And it is an old tractor. The thing is this thing doesn't produce a lot of horsepower. I don't remember what these old Continental engines produce, but I know it's under 20 horsepower. It's like maybe 14, 18 horsepower, which means that the pressure of the water in here is not going to be very intense. So it's a matter of just a little bit of water seepage. And I don't think that this engine is going to be producing enough power where it's going to greatly compromise the block. But, you know, there's just so many probables in there. And so the option is take it down and have it professionally done, or try to band-aid it myself. And I've given a lot of thought over the night, and, you know, I decided I'm going to take it down there to the professional, see if he can do something with it. If he gives up on it and says no, then, you know what, I'm going to try the JB weld situation, you know, because at this point I have nothing to lose besides just throwing the whole tractor away, scrapping out the whole tractor. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to strip this block down, take the bolts out, strip it down, take the cam out, and take it down there to the machinist to see if he can help me out. I don't have a lathe. I don't have the access to the tools that he has. If I had a lathe, if I had all the machinist tools, you know, I would do it myself. You know, I lack experience, but I think it's something I could do if I had the right tools, but I don't have those tools. And even though I have a strong desire to just want to always do everything myself, this is a situation where I have to humbly say, hey, you know, I don't have the tools, and I want it done right, and so I'm just gonna take it down there and see what happens. So we'll keep you posted on the block, on whether if this block is going to be salvageable or not, or whether if we're going to have to scrap the entire project. Hopefully not. Or whether if we can band-aid it together. We'll see how it goes.